Why are we clamoring for the Alex Pereira fight? We want our GOAT to be challenged. We want to see the GOAT prove his GOAT status. We want to see the GOAT take on the best there is. You know, I've been really thinking lately about the pending return of Jon Jones and how he's taking on Stipe Miocic. And let me be very, very clear. I expect Jon Jones to make quick work of Stipe Miocic. I just don't think that skill for skill, Stipe is on his level. Stipe's been out of the octagon for such a long time at this point. Last time we saw him in there, he got lights knocked out of him against Francis Ngannou. That's what I expect to happen. I think Jon Jones is going to make this fight look pretty simple. That being said, what has really garnered my thought is this potential fight that keeps coming up that people keep talking about. And it's a fight between Jon Jones and Alex Pereira. First and foremost, UFC fans, I got to ask you guys, MMA fans, is this a fight that you guys want to see? And the reason why I say that is because to me, the more appealing fight is Tom Aspinall taking on Jon Jones. Why? Because I think head and shoulders, tit for tat, standing, ground, I think Tom Aspinall is better than Jon Jones. Shocker. I really do. And I know that's a hot take because Jon Jones is my GOAT. He is majority of the MMA sports world's GOAT. And I don't mean that as a slight. I just think that Tom Aspinall at this stage of his career is faster, stronger. And to me, I think that Tom Aspinall has the ability to really wreak havoc over the UFC heavyweight division for years to come. But for some reason, a lot of people's eyes, a lot of people's attention has been drawn to the potential fight of Alex Poatan Pereira taking on Jon Bones Jones. And I can't help but wonder why. I can't help but wonder why. Because to me, I think that Jon has a clear advantage over Alex Pereira, which is taking the fight to the ground, a lot like he did Cyril Gane. So maybe it's just the factor of getting two polarizing figures in Alex Pereira, who's taken the UFC by storm, Jon Jones, who's reigned over the UFC, finally clashing head to head. Standing, I don't think Jon has much to offer Alex Pereira. Alex is a world-renowned kickboxer, and that left hand from hell has the ability to put anybody's lights out, including Jon Jones. I just think that to me, and this might sound crazy, but I feel like Jon might be almost eager to take that fight over a Tom Aspinall fight because it's less risk involved. And you might be thinking to yourself, Malik, what are you talking about? Alex Pereira's knocking everybody out. But understand something, though. The few times we've seen Alex have to grapple, we've seen deficiencies in his game plan. We've seen deficiencies in his game. We have. So it can't help me think that while the rest of the MMA world is lining up to see that fight because they're like Jon Jones versus a knockout artist in Alex Pereira, with the understanding that it's not going to be the kind of fight Alex Pereira is used to, nor is it going to be that head-on collision that we're expecting. I expect it to get to the ground fairly quick, and I expect it to stay on the ground for as long as it lasts, which I don't really expect it to last too much long. Jon Jones is a finisher through and through. So what I'm saying here is, what would be the benefit? What would be the benefit? Maybe it solidifies Jon Jones a little bit more by saying, hey, you know what? I went up against some of the newer age guys, even though Alex is 37 years old. But I went up against this elite, dangerous striker that everybody's talking about with ridiculous finishing potential. And I understand the fashion in which Alex finishes people is amazing to watch. But don't look now. Tom Aspinall has finished his last few opponents as well. He finished Pereira. He finished the scariest puncher in the heavyweight division in Sergey Pavlovich, who everybody told me was going to knock out Tom, and I said he was not going to. We'll see what happens with him versus Curtis Blades. I expect him to probably get the job done there too. But Tom Aspinall, you can't tell me the fight for Jon Jones is more appealing because Alex knocks people out, because Tom does the same thing. Tom can submit, Tom can knock out guys. We've seen it. So what is drawing Jon to the Alex Pereira fight over the Tom Aspinall fight? In terms of a viewership standpoint, maybe the Alex Pereira fight sells more, maybe. But if we're talking about legacy, I think that the Tom Aspinall fight does more for Jon Jones' legacy. A legacy that's already set, right? A legacy that's already set in stone, at least at light heavyweight. But to me, I feel like if you're going to really talk about being the heavyweight champ and really cementing your legacy at heavyweight and not people calling it a farce, if you will, you got to fight Tom Aspinall. You get nothing by fighting a guy that's at light heavyweight, that was a middleweight, went to light heavyweight. Even though he is a big guy, probably walks around at the heavyweight limit, you get nothing out of it, really, if you ask me. You get more out of being a guy like Tom Aspinall who skill for skill can match you. At least on the ground, he has that ability. There's no deficiencies so far as what he's shown. Standing up, there's no deficiencies so far as what he's shown. You can look at the Jon Jones Alex Pereira fight and say Jon has a distinct advantage over Alex Pereira in this realm. Okay. Can you say the same about Tom Aspinall? And if the answer is no, why are we clamoring for the Alex Pereira fight? We want our GOAT to be challenged. We want to see the GOAT prove his GOAT status. We want to see the GOAT take on the best there is. And I think Tom Aspinall could beat Alex Pereira. I think Tom Aspinall would beat Alex Pereira. Give us the fight that we want to see. Give us the fight that I want to see. Shit. I would love to see Alex Pereira versus Tom Aspinall versus Jon Jones. I would love to see it. I think to me that fight, again, I think that fight is a skillful tactician fight, and it leaves a lot. It leaves a lot to question, right? Who actually is the better mixed martial artist at this point, 2024 or even 2025, whenever? Who is better mixed martial artist? And those are questions that I would love to have answered, because right now I think Tom Aspinall is a force to be reckoned with in the heavyweight division. But let me know down in the comment section what you think. Alex Pereira, Tom Aspinall, who's a better fight for Jon Jones? Who would you guys like to see Jon Jones fight after he handles Stipe Miocic as I'm expecting him to? And I hate to be dismissive of Stipe Miocic, but I've got to be, because I'm a guy that's like, hey, what have you shown me lately? And what I've seen last of Stipe Miocic a couple years ago was him getting knocked out flat cold by Francis Ngannou. Okay. And I just don't think he can match Jon Jones. So we got to start looking ahead. If Jon plans to stay around the game longer, man, let's get Tommy Aspinall versus Jon Jones. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think.